All right. So after you launch your Photoshop, this is the interface you are going to get. This is the interface you are going to get. So you just click on File, click on New. Then over here, you define the dimensions of your work. You can decide to name it first or leave it. After you finish with the work, then in the process of saving, you can name your file over there. The most important thing is defining the width and then the height of your work. So these are the units. You can click here to change the units. If you have your work measured in pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters, and so far these are the few ones that I'll be using. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I am very used to inches and centimeters, so I will select the inches. Then over here, you defined or you enter the width of your work. As we all know, the width is how large our work is going to be, and then the height is how tall our work is going to be. So now, as a practical or just an example thing, let me put 8 inches over here as the width of my work, and then the height should be only 4 for now. Then I click on OK. Wait for the workspace to be prepared for you. Okay, once the page opens, you are going to have this white interface. You're going to have this white interface. Okay, so as we all know, these are the tools. These are the tools. And I must tell you that it's only few of them that I personally use. I don't use all of them. This is known as Move Tool, and this is also known as the Mark U tool. Let me go back. The Move tool is used to move any object or any layer on your workspace. And this is the Mark U tool, which I use to cut part of my pictures or shapes. And this is also known as the lasso tool. The lasso tool is also used to cut, and we shall see all that as we start. And this is the quick selection tool, which we use to crop. We use it for cropping pictures or cropping part of images and other things. And this is the crop tool, which I can use it to crop my page, but it's not useful since I can use 1, 2. This is not needed. And this over here, I don't really use it. I don't really use this because I've not yet done any work of that kind that will need this tool. So I don't really use this. The same as this. And this is the brush tool. And we shall talk about that later. And this is the stamp tool, which is not really needed. I don't really use this as well. This over here, the history brush tool, I don't really use it. This is the eraser, which you'll be needing. This is the gradient tool, you'll be needing as well. And this one here, the blur tool, will not be needed that much. Then this is the dodge. The dodge tool here to I don't really use this as well. But here, as a pen tool, very important. You could be using it. Then here, the test tool, all the time, you'll be using it. Then here is the direct selection tool, which after using your pen tool, direct selection tool here will help you direct the direction of the edges. Yes. And here, this is to create shapes, rectangular shape, circles, and all those other shapes. Then this is the hand tool, which is not going to be useful. Then we also have the zoom tool, which I will tell you how to zoom. I'll teach you soon. Now, I've already spoke about the tools. That is what I just did. And we have the ribbons over here, also known as the tabs. So this is the tab where I went before creating this space here. And on this same page here, we have open, which we use to open files that are located on our machine, either desktop or our drive, that either pen drive connected or something else. The browse in Mini Bridge, open as, open recent, close or close and go to Bridge, and then save. And but the useful ones over here are this one. Then you come here. Then we come here. No, this is not also needed that much, but you'll be needing the open and also the save as and save, place, and what else? So far, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They are very, very useful. Then we come to the edit. Here, this is very useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All here, they are all needed, and we shall see them one after the other. Then we come to the image. They also have their uses over here. They also have their various uses. Then we come to the layer. They also have its own uses. Come to the type, the same thing. Select, the same thing. Filter, the same thing. And then 3D, the view, where you zoom and other things. You can even customize your Photoshop using this view over here, the view page. You can use here to customize the whole Photoshop interface. This is also Windows. The window tab here also provides some other additional features that you can easily add to your Photoshop for easy access. Yes, for easy access. So let me start by leading with you. If you find this video very helpful, just consider subscribing to this channel so that anytime I upload a new video, you get notified. And I will say I will appreciate that so much if you do well to visit my channel regularly to learn more. Yeah. So now, if I have my work space provided, I want to use the move tool here. But before I use the move tool, I need something on the screen before I can use the move tool. So now let me go to File, go to Open. Now, when you go to Open, this opens where you can easily pick any picture you have on your machine and start working with it. Let me see if I can get some pictures from my. All right, there's no picture there yet. Let me come to, oh yeah, no, my new downloads. I think here I will find something as a picture that I can work with. Oh, all right, so I have a picture. Let me use this. Just double click to open, or you click once, then you click. Let me do that again. Go to File, click on New. Then after you locate whatever you want to open, just click once, single click to select. And when you click on Open here, it opens like what I have here. Or you can just decide to double click and it opens. Now, this is what I have. Okay, this is what I have. Now, I can't move because my layer is locked. I can't do anything. So if you realize the lock, the move to is selected and I can easily move, but they are avoiding me from moving. So now, before I can move this, let me just come to double click this one and say, okay, then now I can easily move my, hope it's clear now. So this is the move tool and it's used to move anything. I can use it to move to this direction, move to this direction, move to this direction, even move it up to where my other work is. You see, this is what I did. Let me do it again. I came here. This is the file I opened. So after I went to the file, open, This is what I got. Now, when I move, I want to send it to my new workspace. This is why it's just the picture I open. So if I carry it, I will just click and hold, left click and hold, come to the work where it is open, then drop. Now, when you get to the workspace, you just release the left click button. When you release it, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have an image located at your workplace. Now, let me say this is a logo, for example, for a company I'm designing a banner for. I will just do the same. Yeah, I place the logo here and place my text or move the logo to any direction I want. If I wish to resize, this is where I do that. Just resize from here. But I will always advise you to resize your images using the edges, so that as you are doing this, you are resizing it both the horizontal and the vertical. This is the horizontal, this is the vertical. You are doing both of them. If you do this, you are spoiling it. So the best thing to do is to do this. As you are moving it, your hands should be going together. Yes, I hope it's clear. So your hands should be moving together with, have you seen it? Clear. Now, nice one. Now, let me talk about, I think the move tool is okay. After you finish working in Photoshop, after you finish working with anything you want to work with, after you finish resizing any picture or shape or whatever, just come and click this. This. Once you click, it means you have accepted the change you've made to the picture or the logo. So just click to accept. Now, let me talk about this now. This is the Mark U tool, which I said earlier on that we use it to cut. Now over here, when I right click, I have rectangular Mark U tool and I have elliptical Mark U tool. So these are the two that I'll be using so far, because this is to cut only single line, but I will demonstrate how the two of them are used for all of you to see. Now, if I select the rectangular Mark U tool, meaning I'm coming to cut this, just left click and hold to select the part you wish to cut. Then when you do this, select it, but make sure the layer is selected. If not, so you'll be able to cut. So when this happens, just hit the delete, the backspace on the keyboard. You will have your shape cut away. I hope it's clear. So once you are done doing that, you can just deselect, and now you can come for the move tool and you have this half shape. Now let me see, let me go back, undo, edit, undo, edit, back forward, back forward, back forward, and back forward. Now I have my listen back. Now, if I wish to cut this shape in a round form, then I will come back here, right click, then do this. So when you see I'm cutting it in a round way. So if I just come to the move tool here, select this one, I will just delete, meaning I have created a hole in it. So you can see clearly that inside is white, and that's the background. So if I come here, unlock this background, and I delete the background, you realize there is a hole there. Very well. So let me just go to edit, back. Now I have my shape back, and as well I can go back. So I have my inside field with the same color that it was when I downloaded it. So here, oh no. All right. All right. All right. All right. I think it's now complete now. And so I spoke about 1, 2, and the single row here. See, this. It's very difficult to use, and you can't So I don't really use this. I only use the other one. So I only use the um, rectangular and the elliptical Mark U2. These two. This is what I use. The same way this was in horizontal manner, this will be in a vertical manner. I don't use that. So here, this is the last way to. If I should select the polygonal one, I can use it to select parts of my shape, which I can easily cut. If I join it back here, I can delete. You will realize it is deleted. I deleted using the backspace on my keyboard, the one we use to delete text when we are using Office Word. Yes. So here is it. This is how we use the Mark U2 as well. The quick selection tool, the Mark U2, I think we have another one, the lasso tool, which is also used. With this one, you click and hold to create your shape. Left click and hold to create your shape. Then you can easily delete. Once the place is selected or the area that you wish to delete is selected, you can easily delete it. So if I'm done working with it, just deselect. The Mark U2, the quick selection tool here this is how we use it. We use it to select a portion of our picture that we wish to clear away. We don't need it. So when I click I hit my backspace, it's deleted. You can see that there is no field in it. It's deleted. So if I don't want that, I'll just go to back and then I have it. And there is one interesting one, which when you right click on the Mark U, the quick selection tool rather, when you right click on the quick selection tool, there's another tab they call Magic One. With this Magic One, this is the Magic One. When I click, it also works the same as the other one, but this work is very amazing. Like, it's very nice. It's very nice. And once I select this part here, that doesn't end there. I can still come back here, then use the minus to clear some parts. I think the minus, yes. If it is plus, I'm using it to close here. So this is how it works. This one is just demonstration I'm doing. And when I start, I will just pick a design. You look at how the design is going to be, then we design it from scratch. That is how I'm going to do it. So once I'm done doing this, I can easily delete. When I delete, you'll see that inside is not deleted, but the outer is deleted. Everything over there is deleted. So when I deselect here, we are going to have we are going to have a logo on its own, which does not have any thing around it. So let's say this is in PNG format now, because it doesn't have background, and we have only the logo. So let me accept. So this is how we use the quick selection tool as well. The crop tool here, you see how we can use it. Crop tool, once you click, it's used to resize your workspace. Look at it. And I don't use this actually because if I really want to resize my workspace and it is dimension I'm working with, so I only like to just use the crop tool to crop my workspace anyhow because it's the dimension I'm working with. So even if I wish to change the dimension later, after I have defined my edges, my width and my height, I will just come to the image here, come to the image size or canvas size here, then define my dimension here. I'll just select this. You see, this is what I entered earlier. I can decide to change it. Once I do that, the workspace is going to be increased or decreased. This is how I work with it. So I don't actually use the crop tool because I'm working with dimension. So anytime that you wish to change the dimension of your workspace, you always come to the image, come to the canvas size, then change your dimension there. Let me try doing this, then you'll see how it's going to be like. I would like to increase this to 10, then increase this to 5. I want to have a pure rectangular shape. So this is 5. So once I click on OK, they will tell me my size has been increased. So you realize that it has increased. And this is it. So my size is no more, or my workspace is no longer 8 by 4 inches, but rather 10 by 5 inches. So this is how we change the workspace rather than using the crop tool here, which is not even needed. So with this is the eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool, I think it's going to be used for only images, picture, like picture of a human being, where you'll be asked to select part of your picture you would like to drop off. I've used this before. It worked with the brush healing. I think here, brush healing too. I didn't see the nice use of it. That's why I decided not to use it anymore. When I click on this one, the healing tool now, this is what I did. You just click on it, then you use it to do this. It's intended for those who would like to be deforming pictures, but if I know that it's have no use for me, I wouldn't use it. This is how it's used. Not because I don't know how to use it. I know how to use it, but just that I don't see the value of it. Yes, I don't see the value of it. Maybe you would like to use it someday, so you can. You see, I just use it to draw the sun. Yes, I think this look like the sun. So you can also use it anytime you want, but just that I don't see the value of it. So now I can easily move back, or you can either decide to use shortcut, that is using the Alt key plus the Control plus Z, rather than coming to the edit, then back. So let me use that Alt key plus Control and then Z. So you just be going back. So now I'm back to how it was. Now, this is the brush tool, the brush itself. This is how it's being used. Now, when you are using the brush tool, the color selected here is what you are going to have as the brush tool, because you are brushing some parts. You are spreading colors. Yes, you are spreading colors. Now, if I come here and I change this to maybe black, I change it to black, I'm going to have that black color appearing. So this is it. This is the brush tool. You can also right click, select the pencil tool from here. It is also used to paint some parts, but it look like pencil color. Yes. So this is how it's going to be. So if I change my color to maybe yellow, here, then this, you see the yellow isn't appearing well. It's not pure yellow isolated. I think this is the deep yellow. So let me move this to this direction. I have a yellow. Oh yes, this yellow. So now I can have this. I hope you can see there's a color appearing there. All right. There's a stamp tool, or a stamp tool to. This is how it's going to work. This is how it's going to work. Oh, Alt key to click. Okay, so here when you get here, you select the Alt key, then you left click to select the part you would like to stamp. Now you see that this is the color I'm picking. Once I'm done, I can stamp it that way I want to stamp it. That's how it works. But because the pixel is actually very small, so you're gonna see it well. Let me see. To increase the pixel, this is where you do that. Just come here and then increase the size to 21 pixels to maybe 100 pixels. It's now bigger. So here I do this. This is it. This is it. This is it. So I bring it here. Then I stamp it there. What I just did was this. You point the area you would like to stamp. So the color you would like to pick, rather. So when you hotkey, then you left click, you select the color from that side. When you come to the part, you see that the color is following it. So where you like to stamp that color, then you just click, then the color remain there. So that is how we use that. So you can stamp as many. You will see that there's a black appearing because what I selected, there was black lines over there. So you see that the black is also appearing. And there is white at the center. So this is it. This is it. This is it. Very interesting. This is how graphic designers work. So if I want to move back, hotkey Z, control hotkey Z, then I go undo, 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 undo. So I come back to where I started. Um, uh, it is too much, so I'm not able to delete quickly. I'm not able to delete it quickly. I can just clear it from there. Open different one, then oh, sorry, it's open already. I'll just click here to select it. Or I can apply whatever I applied to it previously. All right. Let me just remove the white space over here using the magic wand with my pick selection to the plus. I come here. It's just the demo. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Now I can now move only this. There is a white space at the top there. So I can also use the magic wand as well. Yeah. And clear it. Yeah. And clear it. So now I can also deselect using the select tool. Now click remove tool, drag it to a workspace, drop it. Good. Then after that, I accept. All right. I think we are done with this brush tool. No, the stamp rather. This is the brush tool, which um, which I said I never use. Seriously, I don't use this. I've never used it before over my years, about 4 years designing logos and banners for people. I've never used this tool. I don't know the use of it actually. So this is the eraser tool which I mostly use. You can use to cut part of your this. But before it works, if the image isn't accepting that, it means you can't cut, you can't erase. But oh sorry, it's showing, it's showing, it's showing, it's showing. It is erasing small because the pixel is actually small. There are some images you pick you can't erase. When that happens, you have to go and rasterize the layer. You do what you call rasterize. So you will see that I'm deleting the inside. Let me delete the green. Yeah, 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 yeah. You realize I've used the eraser to clean the my logo. All right, let me bring it back. Oh, all right. Let me fast forward. Okay. All right. From the here, the eraser, we come to the gradient tool. Yes, for the gradient tool, it's very important. This is my background. A minute. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. No. Okay, so the gradient tool, select the background, and I mean, this is the background layer is selected now. Now, this, because what we have here, this is the color we see here. It's actually no background, but you can see that one side is darker and one side is lighter. That's why this side is lighter, this side is darker. If I move from this direction to this direction, it will change. Right. So I can use the gradient tool to color the background of my work. If I have, if I select this kind of gradient means you can have one color, a different color, and another color. Even what is here, I can change it. So if I double click here, I have this, I can select dark one here or black there. Come here, select white. This is how you select the white. Just move it to the white area in the corner. Then you come here, you which color? This color. Once I do this and I say okay, and I come back here and I spread it, I'm going to have that. So you realize that I have dark, white, and the color selected. So all of them are nicely arranged. Now, so this is how we use the gradient tool. I can use gradients for my images and my shapes. Now, when you come to the blur tool here, I can use the blur tool to make a shape blur. Yeah. It's fade part of, it's used to fade. Yes, you can use to fade your image. But I don't really use this. If I would, all the designs I've done so far, I've never used that. So this is Dodge 2, which I don't actually use. Don't actually use. And the Dodge 2 here, let me see how it works. This is it. This is it. Also fading the logo. It's fading the color of my work. You realize the green around it is going off. It's fading off. It's fading off. The green is fading off. Voila, this is how it is. I don't use it. I don't use it actually. Then we come to the pen tool. But before that, let me go back. Let me undo whatever I did. All right. This pen tool. We are on pen tool. So here I want to draw a shape of maybe a rectangular shape. So I select, just left click, then left click, and left click. So I have my rectangular shape. Now, with the pen tool, we have it in different ways. You can, I will talk about this too later. And this is also used to draw some kind of lines. Yes. So here, I said something that after you finish using this pen tool, you can jump to this direct selection tool to direct the direction of your shape. So you see, I click here and then I select the corner. I can move it inside. Sorry. Click here, direct selection tool, click the edge. Oh no, what's going on? Yeah, let me go back. My system is now running slow. All right. Direct selection tool. Click here. Oh, shoot. Direct selection tool. Why? Delete. Doesn't want to move the way I want. Let me do, but let me redo. I'm trying to this, 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 and this. Step by step. Okay. This is the direct selection tool. This is the part I would like to resize. Wow. Um, why this? Why this? Why this? Okay. Let me go for break and come back so I can refresh my system. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. This is just the demo. But before I go, this is the test tool which we can use to type any text at all. Our space. Test space. Yeah, the pixel is actually very small. 4.2 pixels. So if I increase this bit, change the size of it by coming to this place and then select whatever you want. Now, if, oh no, my system is actually running slow. Uh, oh no, serious.